Hey guys, in today's quick tip video, we're going to be talking about negativity bias. Negativity bias is what happens when the human mind will focus more on negative emotions, experiences, and information more than it focuses on positive ones. It's our tendency to give greater weight and value to this negative experience. It can impact our lives both individually and in your relationship. So today I have 6 tips for you on how you can manage negativity bias in your marriage. Let's get to work. To help paint this picture of how negativity bias can impact your relationship, I found some really interesting research. It's been completed by Elizabeth Robinson and Gail Price. They found that couples who are in unhappy relationships tend to underestimate the number of positive interactions in their marriage by almost 50%. 50%. This really paints a picture of how that lens can really skew the way that we are viewing the relationship. So instead of not knowing about this lens, I hope the tips in this video can first bring awareness to it, but then also what you guys can do to start actively changing that lens. The first tip is to be aware of the lens. Even just watching this video helps you check this off your list, but I want you to continue that exploration as well. Just knowing that the lens is there can help you start to question things, help you kind of see that maybe things are a little bit different, and maybe I'm just confirming this negativity here. So start by acknowledging that the lens might be there. The second tip I have for you is individual reflection. I want you to focus on balancing out the scale here through your reflections. What are you grateful for? Perhaps this might be affirmations, daily gratitude, but also actively doing things that are positive and fun. So reflect, when was the last time you did something fun, even by yourself or with your partner? Be intentional to create that positive experience together. The third tip I have for you is to communicate fondness and admiration. When I work with couples here, especially when negativity bias sets in, they don't always necessarily despise this person that they're living with. Sometimes they do. Other times though, they still have thoughts of admiration and fondness. They're not communicated quite to the level that they used to be. So I want you to reflect on what your partner's strengths are, what you appreciate in what they do, and actively communicate them verbally out loud to your partner. The fourth tip I have is connection instead of opposition. When I think about this point, when couples are in negativity bias, it's me versus you. It's almost this tennis match of who's right and who's wrong. So instead, I want you to think about your shared values, your shared purpose in life. What are those things that really bring you together? Perhaps you want to take that a step further and actually do something, be active towards achieving that goal of your long-time mission. That might be volunteering together. At least reflect and talk to your partner about how you have that shared mission together. Tip number 5 is a perspective shift. I want you to think about your problems, not just as a problem, but an opportunity to change things. A really great example of this is a couple I'm working with. They have a blended family. They both have had previous marriages, and they came to therapy to focus on how they're managing conflict. Now, though, there's definitely a shift in our time. They're thinking about this engagement that they have, and now they're thinking about what kind of marriage do we want to create? Where do we want to go from here? So even though they've been in couples therapy focusing on conflict, they now have an opportunity to create something new. And the perspective focus there has definitely changed from what's not working to what do we want to do. And tip number 6 is to really practice mindfulness. Even if negativity bias isn't applicable to you right now, I still want you to focus on you. I want you to focus on how you can cope when things are feeling stressful. So mindfulness helps you be more present, helps you be more in the moment, to just have time for you. if negativity bias is there, mindfulness can help you see through that a bit. It can help you see that negativity bias is there. And if it's not there, then it's still a really powerful way to cope when things aren't going well in your relationship. If you only take one thing from this video, I want you to focus on how you can come together during stressful times. Negativity bias happens when we feel disconnected, when we're being distant from one another, because we start to paint a picture of that distance. It's not, if I don't know that you're busy at work, then I'm gonna think it's something that I've done. Our brains are so awful at painting a picture that's not there. So when that negativity bias just starts creeping in, the more that you can turn towards your partner instead of away, the more likely you are to keep negativity bias out of your relationship. If you're new here, hi, my name is Emily, and I'm a licensed professional counselor here at the Couples Workshop, where I provide no BS couples therapy. I also put out videos like this, focusing on quick tips to help you reconnect in your relationship. Please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.